It's been 3 days since we left the first stream. The gold we found there still glitters in my mind, tiny, perfect pieces of promise. But Orin and I both knew it was only the beginning. Gold never stays in one place for long. Today, we're heading deeper into the valley. The path is rough, narrow trails, thick roots, and fog that clings like smoke. But our tools are the same. Simple, reliable, and tested by time. 2 pans, 2 shovels, 1 old detector, and a lot of hope. We don't need much else. These tools and a bit of patience are enough. That's what I've learned about gold. It rewards those who listen to the land, not those who rush. The sound of running water grows louder as we walk. It's different from before, deeper, heavier, more alive. Orin glances at me. This one sounds promising, he says. We break through the trees and find it. A new stream, stronger than the last. It cuts through dark rock, twisting and foaming white. The sunlight glints off the surface, and for a second, I swear the water itself shines gold. I kneel down, scoop a handful, and feel the grit between my fingers. It's heavy. That's a good sign. The heavier the sand, the closer you are to treasure. Let's start here, I say. Orin nods, dropping his pack. He pulls out the pan, dips it into the current, and begins to swirl. The motion is slow, steady, rhythmic, like breathing with the earth. Every circle of water feels like turning a page in nature's story. I set up a detector, sweeping along the bank. It hums softly, a mechanical heartbeat beneath the roar of the stream. The sound rises once, then falls again. Not here, I mutter, but the second pass makes it sing, a faint, steady tone. I dig where it points, and my shovel hits something solid, a stone coated in black mud. When I rinse it off, it glows faintly, a small vein of gold running through. Orin, I call out. He looks up, smiling. Told you the spot had stories, he says, and for once I believe him completely. We work for hours. The sun climbs high, the air turns warm, and sweat mixes with river. Water. Each pan gives a little, dust flakes, sometimes nothing, but the rhythm never stops. Gold hunting teaches you patience. It's not about the strike, it's about the waiting. The way the sound of water keeps you focused. The way hope feels like oxygen. By midday, we've gathered a small pile of gold dust, enough to shine in the light. Orin holds the pan up and grins. Not bad for simple. Tools, huh? I laugh. They've never failed us yet. We sit by the riverbed, resting. The forest hums around us. Bees, birds, and the endless song of the stream. It feels peaceful here, untouched and real. I take a deep breath, smelling wet earth and pine. This valley's full of secrets, I say. Orin nods, and we've only scratched the surface. He picks up a handful of sand, letting it run through his fingers. Somewhere under here, he says softly, there's gold waiting for us. The sun begins to dip behind the mountains. We build a fire, small but bright. The flames flicker against the rocks, painting everything in gold and orange. Dinner is simple, rice, dried meat, and a story or two. Orin stares into the flames. You ever wonder why we keep doing this? I think for a moment. Because there's nothing like finding something that's been hidden for ages. He smiles. Yeah, it's not just the gold. It's the chase. We fall silent for a while. The night grows colder, the stars sharper. The sound of the stream fills the space between our thoughts. It feels endless, like time itself is flowing beside us. When I close my eyes, I see the golden dust swirling in the pan. The way it catches light. The way it reminds me that even the smallest things can shine. That's what keeps us going. Tomorrow, we'll move further up. The water comes from somewhere deep in the mountain, and that's where the real treasure hides. It might take days, or weeks, but that's the thing about searching. The journey is the reward. Each sunrise, each river, each handful of dirt tells a story. And our tools, our simple, trusted tools, are part of that story now. They've carried us through mud, through storm, through endless hope. I look at them, dented, scratched, covered in dust. They're old, but they work. They always will. Because when you trust your hands and the earth, gold will find its way to you. The The fire crackles softly. Orin hums an old tune his father used to sing while mining. The sound blends with the night, with the forest, with the stream. And for a moment, it feels like everything's in harmony. We don't need machines. We don't need luck. Just patience, persistence, and faith in the process. That's what gold teaches and what the mountain rewards. As the last embers fade, I look up at the sky. The stars shimmer, scattered like dust across the universe. Somewhere up there, I imagine the same golden light that runs beneath our feet. It's all connected. The earth, the water, the gold, and us. Tomorrow we dig again. Not because we have to, but because we want to. Because somewhere in this valley, another story is waiting to be uncovered. And with our simple tools and steady hands, we'll find it.